Chocolate England family. It's your girl Charity, and today I'm going to be telling you guys how I became pregnant at 17 and how I became a single mother. Okay, so this is what happened. Me and his father, we've been liking each other for some years and always, talked about hanging out and stuff. Every time we tried to hang out, it didn't work out. So I went to Atlanta for my birthday, and me and him would text and, talk about how when I come back, we'll hang out and stuff. And then came back from Atlanta. Like 3 weeks later, me and him started texting again because when I had came back, we stopped talking. Like, we just stopped texting. Don't really know why. Then we started back texting 3 weeks later, so April something. Then I texted him one day. I was like, what are you doing? He said nothing. And I'm like, can I come over? But like, just to hang out. I had text to hang out. So then he was like, yeah, I'm at my friend's house. And I was like, okay, I can come get you. And he was like, all right, let's go to my house. My mama not
home, she out of town. And right then I should have knew, but I didn't. And I'm like, okay.
So I called my friend Amila. I'm like, since you want to hang out, let's hang out for a minute, and I need you to drop me off somewhere. Mind you, he lives 30 minutes away, so I drove 30 minutes just to go see him. More like 35, but we went to go see him. And then, so I was with my sister. She dropped me off with my friend Amila. She had her boyfriend in the car, and we all was just chilling and stuff. Then it was time for me to go, so she dropped me off. Well, first we went to go get him from his friend's house. Then she dropped me off with him at his house. So, that night we was just chilling and stuff, watching movies, all that. Then y'all know what happened. But the next morning he had basketball practice, so I had to leave that morning, which we started arguing about that because, like, he knew I was coming over. So, you could have told me, like, all that stuff, but, So, yeah. So then I had left. My brother came and got me. My brother didn't know where I was because my brother wasn't going to have that. He was not going to. So I didn't tell him. But he was mad because he had to drive all the way out there to come get me because my mom couldn't because she was doing something. So, then I had ended up blocking him when I got home because we got into it about him being at practice, and he made it seem like he only wanted one thing, which was that. So still to this day, I don't know if that's what he wanted, but he made it seem like that, and I didn't want that in my life. I'm like, I don't want a boy that just wants to have sex with me, so I'm like, whatever. So I blocked him. But then I felt weird. Like, I just had this weird energy. I just felt weird. I'm like, something's not right. Like, I just knew. I don't know. I just knew, like, when we was doing what we was doing, I kind of knew too then. I'm like, I just knew. So then what happened was I went to my sister because my sister's like my best friend. So I tell her everything. My younger sister. So I went to her and I'm like telling her what happened with him, like what I did. And like, I had this feeling he did that. So she's like, girl, you tripping. Plus I didn't have money to get a plan B. So I'm like, we'll wait. Plus, I'm also thinking, like, I'm not pregnant, so, whatever. But, being pregnant. So, I waited. I waited and waited. I was like, you know what? If I'm pregnant, I'll miss my period. So, let's just wait and find out if I miss my period. Because I didn't want to tell my mom, I'm out here having sex, and I didn't want to tell her, can you give me a plan B? Because then, I would have lost her trust, and all that would have happened. So, basically, my period was supposed to come. It didn't. But my period always late sometimes. Like, sometimes it comes late. So, I'm like, okay, I'll just wait another day. And I waited that day. And I'm like, it never came. So, then that's when I'm like, I gotta go get a test today because I'm late. So I go to my sister and I tell her the situation, which she already knew, and I call my friend Tamia, and I'm like, she knows about the situation, and I tell her, and she's like, okay, go get it. So me and my sister, we waited till my mom sleep, and my mom takes forever to go to sleep, so it was like 2:30 in the morning, 2:30 a.m. And we snuck out the back door downstairs, and we had walked to Walmart because I didn't have a car at the time. So we walked to Walmart. On the way there, we joking. We're like, you know, you probably not pregnant. You just be doing too much. This is why you don't need to be out there doing this and that. So, you know, we joking. Get there. We bought this purple and white test. That was like $1. And then we bought this other test called First Response. It has 2 in it. So we joking on the way back. We get back. I go get like them plastic cups, like, you know, when you drink alcohol cups, them red ones. Like, yeah, so we had those. So I got that. And I peed in the cup because I'm like, I can't pee on a stick. My pee not going to go straight. And then I'm going to have to wait and do the other test. And I wanted to know right then and there. So I got peed in the cup. So I peed in the cup. Called Tamia. I'm like, I got the test. I just peed in the cup. Like, I'm about to dip it in there and see if I'm pregnant or not. I'm really scared. But I'm, like, trying to act all like I'm not pregnant. So, whatever. But, yeah. So then I dipped one in there, I put it down, and then I left. I went out the restroom. My sister put on the timer. It says wait like 3 or 5 minutes, something like that. So that's what we did. And mind you, I'm on the phone with Tamia, so she played too much, and we just laughing like, nah, you're not pregnant. And then she's like, this is what you get, like, you know, trying to be funny, all that, trying to like make me laugh because I was really scared. So I go back into the restroom because the timer goes off, and that's when I look down and I'm like, it's 2 lines, and I just got really scared. I'm just like, what? I'm like, me? I'm like, this is not, I just start busting out crying. I'm like, this is not me. So then I'm like, start questioning God. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, you know, I'm not ready. All that stuff like that. So then, you know, after that, my sister's like, nah, no, this is not right. This is not right. No. She's like, no. This is not right. You need to dip the other one. Like, no. So then, I dipped the other one, and before I can even put the test down, both lines popped up. So then I just walked out, and she started crying because we have a 3-year-old niece, and she don't fool with her. She's like, I don't want no more kids. Like, no. So she's crying too. She's like, no, we don't need no more. We already got so much going on, all that stuff. So then that's when like we're crying and stuff. I'm on the phone with Tamia. She's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. She's like, Charity, what are you gonna do? And abortion didn't even come across my mind because I would never. So I'm like, I'm about to be a mom. I'm like, I got to get my stuff together because I was doing all types of stuff I was supposed to be doing. So then that's when she's like, are you gonna tell mom? I'm like, no, I wasn't gonna tell my mom, my dad, nor my grandma because I knew they were gonna be disappointed because they taught me better, and I was just out doing stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing. And the night I had left, my mom didn't even want me to leave. So I'm like, no, because that's gonna disappoint her, and it was gonna break her heart. So I'm like, no. So then after that, so yeah, I'm like, I wouldn't tell them because I didn't want to disappoint them and stuff like that. So basically, I called one of my friends, Serena, the next day because I didn't have a car, and I knew she would come through and she would take me and stuff. And I text her, and I'm like, I need you to take me to the hospital because I think I'm pregnant. I knew I was pregnant, but I wanted her to take me so I can get the paper from the hospital. And so we went, you know, he told me I was pregnant. They're like, congratulations, this. I'm like, congratulations? Like, this ain't nothing to be congratulating. But then I was just like, there's nothing I can do. But I'm like, no. So then after that, I went to Walmart with her because I wanted to go get healthy food. because I had just got paid for my job, so I'm like, the baby matters before anything already. So I'm like, I need to go get some healthy food so he can be healthy or she can be healthy, because I didn't know, you know, the gender at the time. I was only a month pregnant. So then I got like bagels, pancakes, strawberry cream cheese, like all this healthy stuff, even though I was still eating everything when I was like 3 months, because I was like, I can't do this no more. So I was trying to eat healthy. Then I was sharing stuff on Facebook because I had no choice but to be happy, because I'm like, I'm about to be a mom. So I was sharing like baby pictures and stuff, and like, oh my gosh, they're so cute, baby fever, you know, all that, doing too much. So then my older sister, she saw it and she texted me, she just goes, are you pregnant? I'm like, why? And I'm like, since she's asking, it's just the best time to tell her. So I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, I knew it. And I'm like, okay. Because I like really was not going for that. I'm like, you did too much asking me. So I was irritated. So then she's like, are you going to tell mama? I'm like, no, I'm going to wait until I start showing. And she was like, no, because something bad can happen to the baby. And I'm just like, don't tell me what to do. Because, like, this is my baby. Don't tell me when I should be able to tell my mom and dad. Like, who are you? So, basically, she was like, well, I'm going to tell her. So then I'm like, see, this is why I don't mess with you. And I was just like, I got to tell her before this. So I went to my little sister, because we both knew. I'm like, Chastity said she's going to tell mama if I don't tell her. And then that's when she goes, so we got to hurry up. So I didn't have a car, so we was about to walk. We walked all the way. We walked all the way from the house over there, because I live with my grandma. So we walked all the way to my mom's house, which took like 30, 45 minutes. We was not playing. So we get there, but right when we get to like the gate, my mom's coming out, and she's like, what are y'all doing? I'm like, we was coming to see y'all. And she was like, and I was coming to see y'all. I'm like, what you mean? You was coming to see us? So I had called my dad. I had called my dad a couple of days before that and was asking him what would he do if I was pregnant, how would he feel, and I was just lying, like, I just want to know, because, you know, that's just a soft subject, so I want to know. But I had forgot. So then my daddy ended up telling my mom, and I'm like, I know Charity, she wouldn't just come out the blue asking that. She was like, we gonna go see, we gonna go talk to her, and she gonna take a test. I'm like, So we in the car, and she's like, you pregnant? My mama ghetto. She's like, you pregnant? I'm like, no, mama, dang, laughing at her because she's goofy too. So I'm like, no, mama, no. Why would I be? I'm like, mama, who am I out here having sex with, for real? And then she's like, She was like, why your daddy saying you pregnant? I'm like, I mean, I asked him some questions, but I'm not pregnant. And she's like, I'm gonna take him to the house. Get to my dad's house, and he's like, this, and that. And I'm like, jump to it, basically. He's asking questions. I'm like, Daddy, I gotta tell you something. And he's like, what? And he starts crying because he already knows. I'm like, I'm pregnant. And I just start crying because my dad was the main one trying, like, to make sure I did not get pregnant. He did not want that to happen because he already knew. So his hurt really hurt me the most out of everybody. So, and plus he's a man. Men don't cry, you know. So I'm like, I'm hurt. And he's like, why would you do this to me? Like, you know, upset. And then basically fast forward, he was just like, well, what are you gonna do? And he was like, if you want to get an abortion, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it for sure. Like, you know, he was really strong about that because he didn't want me to have a baby at the age I am. So in my head, I'm like, no. But to him, I'm like, I'll think about it. You know, just make him happy. So on the way there, my mom's upset, but she's not really saying nothing. So she drops us all back at my grandma's house, and she's like, you really need to get an abortion. Because really, my mom follows my dad. So she's just like, he don't like it, I don't like it. So he's like, you need to get an abortion. He's like, trying to come up with stuff for me to get an abortion. I'm just looking at her like, I know you, so you don't need saying it because daddy's saying it. So anyways, blah, blah, blah. So then I'm like, I gotta hurry him to my grandma, from my sister to my grandma. So I get back to my grandma's house. My brother and my grandma are there. So that's when I'm like, Nana's Roger, I need y'all to come sit down. Please come sit down. I need to talk to y'all. So my brother comes first. He's like, what? And I give him the test. I'm like, Roger, I'm pregnant. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, nah. And he leaves because he was upset. So then my grandma comes in. I'm like, Nance, I got to text him. I start crying. Then I'm like, here's a test paper. I'm like, I'm pregnant. It's like, I can get an abortion if you want, because I thought that's what she wanted. And but then she got mad. She's like, what? She's like, why would you even bring that up? Like, why? And I'm like, because I know that you guys are, you know. And she's like, no, you're going to keep it. We got to do what we got to do. And that was it. Like, I thought she was going to be mad. I thought she was going to hit me. I thought she was going to jump on me. You know, I thought something. But she didn't. So that's when we go in my room. She's cleaning my room for me. I don't know why, but she was cleaning my room for me. And then I go in there. I'm like, you sure you're okay? And all that. So she's like, yeah. So I start helping her clean. And she's like, let me see that paper one more time. She's just like making sure. And then she was like, dang. She was like, yeah, we got to do what we got to do. She was like, we got to go make a doctor's appointment. We got to go do this and that. So that's how I got pregnant. But on the other hand, his father, I had texted him, told him I was pregnant, and he was just basically like, I gotta focus on sports, because he's an athlete. He plays basketball, so he's like, I gotta focus on sports. I can't deal with a baby right now. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you, because I'm not getting no abortion. And he's like, what do you mean not getting an abortion? And we got into it, and then that was just that, and we didn't talk my whole pregnancy until like the 8th, when I was eight months. And that's when it like hit his head, like, I'm about to be a father. So that's why. But yeah, we didn't talk, and we always argued throughout it, because his friends would hype his head up like, that's not your baby, you don't know that, you only had 6 ones, you know, all that stuff. So he wasn't in my pregnancy. But how I became a single mother was because when me and him started arguing, his mom and sisters and stuff would still come over and still check on me and still buy stuff for the baby and all that stuff, but he would never ever come over. He would never want to talk to me. It's just like he was in denial. So, you know, he just didn't want to be in the baby's life. So yeah, that's pretty much how Josiah came about. And I wanted a boy, so when I found out I was having a boy, I was really happy. And ever since then, he been my little baby. He's the thing that keeps me going. So yeah, that's the story about how I got pregnant with Josiah and how I became a single mother. But thank y'all for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit the subscribe button down below. We out.